Hey everyone, and welcome once again to the basically the faction face-off, with me playing the faction and versus the computer on hard, which doesn't seem that hard now after you played a good chunk of games. But we're gonna go ahead and continue, and now we're facing off against the Nekrium starter with us utilizing the weapon of evolve and grow type of thing, or amass and grow technically, and we're going to be using the Utteras. So here we go, and I put a little cute picture representing the Nekrium player, and I am Garuk for those of you who get the reference. So the computer starts off with a Death Seeker, and I enlarged my screen because it was quite small. I didn't realize that I was playing on a minimized screen. Here we have Sharpblade Delver and Grove Huntress, which are the best plays. Just in general for the deck, Grove Huntress is really good, and so is Sharpblade Delver. Sharpblade Delver naturally snowballs if left alone, because of his at the beginning of your turn he gets +2, +2, +4, +4, +6, +6 for each corresponsive level. And then Grove Huntress just has the capability to really save one of your guys. That's mainly what I see her as. I see her as the ability to just save a guy in combat and have him around for another day, which is very good in this game. This game wants favorable trades. So we're going to go ahead and play Sharpblade Delver here in an uncontested lane, which is lane 1. And then I'll put Grove Huntress here in lane 5. And since I'm going to trade with the Death Seeker is going to leave behind a 5/5 spirit, so I'm just going to boost the Grove Huntress herself so I can kill both sides of this Death Seeker. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and battle. All creatures on the battlefield are on the defensive, so nothing attacks, and I will end my turn. Okay, so he basically ate. Oh no, he just gave me my turn. Okay, I was like, why did the Spirit Warrior die? I look away from the screen for a second. He played Scorchflame Sorcerer, excuse my language, which basically has the ability to activate, destroy a creature you control, and you can destroy a level 1 creature your opponent controls, which is pretty good. So I don't want that to be around too long, because he'll start to get a pretty decent advantage. And he played Blightwalker in front of my Sharpblade Delver, which is a good answer, because it automatically kills a level 1 creature as long as it deals 1 point of damage. Thus why he has 1 attack power, which ends up being really interesting against the Alloyans, who can actually give you negative attack. Here I think I want to play the Grove Huntress, boosting herself, so I can kill that Scorchflame Sorcerer and hopefully live, dependent on what he decides to do. And really, the only other play I like is Life Shaper Savant. Against an aggressive deck, I would like the Stag here, but I think I'm just going to level this Life Shaper Savant here. Or actually, I'm going to go into combat first, so some of the lanes clear up. And then I'm going to put the Life Shaper Savant here. The reason I want to go into combat is because in case I draw Echo Wisp, so I can point in case. Echo Wisp allows me to put a copy of itself into an adjacent lane. And he basically used Scorchflame Sorcerer's ability to kill my guy, from what I can tell. Let's go to the log. See it. Oh, he sacrificed his Flesh Fiend. Okay, he did use it. He played a Flesh Fiend and sacrificed it to Scorchflame Sorcerer. Here, I'm just going to play this Echo Wisp right here. Put a copy into play there. Go into combat. The Life Shaper Savant's going to die from the Spirit's trigger. The Spirit ability is basically... whenever it dies, it gives -3/-3 to any creature in front of it, in its lane. And then I'm going to put the Ravager there and pass turn. Reason I like the Ravager is because the Deep Branch Prowler, yeah, he's a 7/7, but he becomes a 9/9 at his highest level, which basically he levels terribly. He's awesome at level 1, but that's about it. And the computer played Grim Not Devour, which is probably one of the strongest cards so far, and everybody's like, it's so broken, it's so broken. If the computer or your opponent doesn't have a really good turn with it, you have decent ways to deal with it. Like right now, I have the capability to put a creature in front of it. Combat's gonna happen, and 2 creatures are gonna die, so it's gonna get +2/+2. So I can put Deep Branch Prowler in front of it and ensure that he dies in either his combat or my combat. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna battle. It's gonna leave behind a 5/5, and I think I'm gonna put the Ravager here in front of the warrior. And for those of you who don't know, the Ravager is basically a vanilla creature that just scales up decently. And then I'm gonna pass turn here. We leveled up to get to player level 2, which allows us access to our level 2 cards, and we drew quite a few of them. So that's good and bad, because then your next turns are not going to have that many level 2s. So we want to maximize this hand, and I think I'm just going to go ahead. But we did draw the Life Shaper Savant, which basically allows us to, whenever I play a level 1 creature, I can give another creature +2/+2, so that helps us maximize our weaker hands. So it's good that we drew her on the first hand after we've leveled, player leveled. I think I want to play the Spirit Warrior here, the Savant in front of the Spirit Warrior. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I'll play that here, then play the Grove Huntress, and then boost the Life Shaper Savant, and pass turn. Combat, then pass turn. For those of you who haven't already, you guys could just join my Twitch channel. I am doing this entire series with all of the starter decks. I already did a Aloyan, facing off against all the other people, all the other factions, and now I'm working on Uttera. Next time will be versus Temps, and then I will move on to playing Nekrium versus all the other 4 factions. Here we have Spring Dry, which is a very good card. Whenever you play a creature, especially in its own faction, because you get to play multiple creatures. And basically, whenever a creature I control enters a battlefield, or enters the field in this case, she gets +1/+1. So I definitely want to play her first before I play my secondary creature. And see, he played a Grim Not Devour, but can't capitalize on that Grim Not Devour. I stopped it by, I mean, he shouldn't have played it in that lane to begin with. He should have just played it on an empty lane, giving him 2 turns and combats. But I'm going to go ahead and play the Spring Dryad here. I get to trigger Savant. I can either choose to save... Well, actually, I'm going to choose to save both of them by using it on the Grove Huntress. So her health goes up to 8. And then I'm going to play another level 1, probably another Life Saver Savant, and using it on herself to save herself from the Graveborn Gluten. And then I'm going to go into combat. And my 2 level 2s stay around a little bit longer, which they get to trade favorably. So their death was on its way. I'm going to go ahead and play the Spring Dryad here, and then play Echo Wisp here, and put a copy here. So then this Spring Dryad gets pretty big, and this Spring Dryad also gets quite large. And then I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. Here we drew another 2 level 2s right before we level up, which is fantastic. I have Sharpblade Delver level 2, which I want to play, but I want to play something in front of this Spirit Warrior so it goes ahead and dies. So I'm probably going to play the Grove Huntress in front of the Spirit Warrior, and probably boost Echo Wisp so that Echo Wisp can kill Blightwalker. Even though Echo Wisp is still going to die, I want that Blightwalker dead. I don't want him to have a favorable trade against me. And then I will go into combat. And then that's that Blightwalker's ability, that if it's leveled or lower, it automatically kills it just by dealing damage. And then we're going to go ahead and just play... Ooh, actually I didn't see the Packmaster. Since we're about to level, to get to level 2, I'm just going to go ahead and play the Packmaster here. what the Packmaster does is at the beginning of your turn, it gives them +1/+1, +3/3, and +5/5 to all of your creatures, which is pretty awesome. And we got to draw the now level Packmaster. So my Packmaster furthermore grows. I'm gonna play this Packmaster here, and then play Grove Huntress. She gives +5/5. I'm gonna give it to the old Packmaster, so he can take out that Corpse Crawler and live. And then we're gonna end turn here. Like I said, I also have a Twitter by the same handle, so you can join me there if you haven't already. If you have, awesome, thank you. Here I think I want to play Shardplate Delver here. Even the computer's dead. Just battle. Just put it out of its misery. For those of you who are just wanting to learn really cool shortcuts, once you create a game, once you have that set up, you can just hit quick play and it'll redo the same matchup. So if you want to play against the computer at random on hard or medium or easy, you can just set it up so you play one specific deck and you just can continuously play that deck and a random matchup, which is something I ended up doing at one point, which is it's very helpful. Here we're going first. I think I want Spring Dryad to open up instead of Grove Huntress, which is also a good option. Reason I want Spring Dryad is I have no Echo Wisps in this hand, so my next hand has a higher percentage chance to draw an Echo Wisp, therefore leveling her 3 times, 2 at minimum. So I'll go ahead and battle and end turn. I drew Hunting Pack. I'll show you what Hunting Pack does, but I really don't like it. Hunting Pack has a 50% chance to put a copy of itself into another lane, and then that copy also triggers the 50% chance again. The problem is that it's a 50% chance, so most of the time you don't want it, and at all levels the Hunting Pack has subpar stats. So the only time that I feel is a correct play to have the Hunting Pack played is when you can have a trade favorable, so you can take out something that was already weak. And as a bonus, you get a creature. You can never look at it as I want to get a creature. You always want to look at it as I just want to play this as one creature, which is very rarely the fact. So I'm going to play it here because it can take out that Death Seeker and then do damage to his spirit that comes after him. But I got a dub. Are we going to go all the way? No, we didn't. But that also makes it so that my Spring Dryad, once I play this Grove Huntress, survives against the gluten. So that's also really good. So I'm going to play that, and I'm just going to boost the Spring Dryad some more to make her even more threatening. So she can take out just about anything that they put in front of her, bearing some, like, you know, shenanigans, which is possible. Like Epidemic. That really, really sucked. What Epidemic does is, I'm going to go to the log here and see if I can pull it up, is each creature gets -3, -3, -5, -5, -10, -10. Oh man, that was really bad for me. I think I just want to ignore the 2 spirits for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to ignore the spirit, one of the spirits. Play Shardplate Delver there, and play Life Shaper Savant there. Life Shaper Savant will trade with the spirit unless my opponent does something about it, which is quite possible. And there you go, that leveling up the Delver every turn. I want to put the Packmaster there, but I think that that's a waste of a Packmaster. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the Packmaster here, and put the Ravager here. So then we go ahead and trade things here. The reason that my Shardplate Delver died, if you were paying attention, the spirit only has 4 power, but when it dies, it gives -3, -3 to somebody, whatever creature's in front of it. I think I already said that, but just to clarify again. I go ahead and level 2. I drew one of my level 2s, which is good. Okay. Here we have a very awesome option, which is I'll get to play Shardplate Delver, and I can play Ferocious Roar to save my Uttera Packmaster and take out his Devourer, which is probably what I'm gonna do. The stags are okay, but they really aren't gonna trade with the gluten either. So I'll just take damage from the gluten and then go into combat. The computer has been doing a lot of favorable trades, so I haven't been able to deal damage to it at all. Alright, so that Sharp Plate Delver is now going to start doing some damage. I'm going to play the Grove Huntress here. Boost this Sharp Plate Delver because he looks to be starting to snowball. And then I'm going to play this Grove Huntress in front of this Hulk. And also boost the Sharp Plate Delver. And I'll do damage to him and end my turn. Oh, there's that Sharp Plate Delver snowballing. Woot. I'm not sure what just happened because that Hulk was supposed to die. Grave Pact. Okay. For those of you who don't know what just happened, basically the computer played this and destroyed a creature, gave it -6/-6, and my Grove Huntress level 2 had 6 health. So here we're just gonna play the Spring Dryad. I'm gonna ignore the Spirit Warrior. I keep ignoring. I can't ignore for too long. And then I'm gonna play the Life Shaper Savant, boosting the Spring Dryad, and then battle. The one thing that I've noticed about the Uttera is that they take a little bit of setup, but once you're set up, they reward you quite well. You need to get at least a couple of these like pump triggers going. Oh man. Adequately dealt with my Sharp Blade Delver. So here we have not much of anything really. I think I'm gonna try dropping Hunting Pack in front of this. And the reason is because I'm gonna play a level 1, which will trigger Life Shaper, so I know I can get Hunting Pack at least to 6 power to be able to take out that Spirit Warrior. And if I get an extra dude, that's fantastic. And here I'm gonna play. Oh, do I want to play Ferocious Roar? Or do I want to play? Yeah, I want to play Ferocious Roar. Yes. Here, boost all my guys, and then here's the +2 from it. And that's how I got the Hunting Pack to 9. Or I could have played the Grove Huntress, but I wanted everything to get leveled up. Everything to get power instead of just one card. Here we have an Echo Wisp, but I think that's gonna die before I can utilize it effectively. We're gonna go ahead and just play the Echo Wisp here. Put another copy of itself there. Then I'm gonna play Grove Huntress, boosting this Echo Wisp so that gluten also dies. And I'm also, when they die, I'm gonna take damage because what gluten does is it deals 2 to 8 damage to each opponent. So I'm gonna take a bunch of random damage from him. And here we're just gonna go ahead and battle. Everything's on the defensive, so nothing attacks. For those of you just joining us, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be doing this series with every single starter deck. Okay, so I only took 6 damage. That's good. I'm gonna be doing this with every single starter deck, and if you guys want, you can join my Twitch channel, and also join my my Twitter, all with T's. Join my Twitter, which I always announce when I'm gonna be going live there. Hunting Pack. I'm gonna play Hunting Pack there because that just trades with that, and if I get extra Hunting Packs, woot, that's decent. And I think I just want to play the Ravager here, and then go to battle, which everything's on defensive again. Oh yeah, a bunch of level 1s. I think I'm just gonna go to battle first, and then I guess I can put a Hunting Pack here, hopefully get a trigger to put in front of that gluten. If not, that's fine. And I guess I'll just put Deep branch, or yeah, I'm just gonna play the Spring Dried there. Oh, sure, draw more level 2s, why don't you? I took 6 damage again from the level 3 gluten. Here I think I want to play Life Shaper Savant here, and play Grove Huntress here. Use the trigger from Life Shaper and the trigger from Grove Huntress all on Life Shaper Savant, and then I can take out that gluten next turn. Everything's on the defensive, so we'll just pass turn here. Sure. He just Grave Pacted the Life Shaper Savant, allowing it to basically making sure that I don't kill the gluten. So I'm gonna play the Spring Dried here and the Ravager in front of the gluten. And I'm gonna take random damage from the gluten dies. 6, man. The gluten really likes dealing 6 damage to me. Well, that gluten I guess is better 6 than the alternative. Oh my god, more level 1s. I am getting really level screwed right here. Okay, well, let's make the best of it. I'm gonna play Ravager here, and then I'm gonna Toxic Spike the Hulk. Even though I'm 2 for 1-ing myself, I need to kill the Hulk, or it's gonna start doing a lot of damage to me. Could I Ferocious Roar? That's +3, right? It's +3 and allows the Spring Dried to get stronger. Sure, let's take a leap of faith. The only real reason that I wanted to do that one is so Spring Dried got decently strong, so it can survive shenanigans like so, but I won't. Once again, it used Grave Pact. Man, oh man, it really does not like me today. I think I'm going to play the other way around. I'm going to play Sharpblade Delver here, killing the Hulk, and then use Grove Huntress's own trigger to give it to Sharpblade Delver, and then battle, and I'll end turn. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can feel free to ask. That Grave Pack. Alright, well at least it's a clean board, so I'm a little bit happier. Oh man, this is an awkward hand. Here's why this is awkward, because I have Life Shaper Savant, so I want to play her first to get the trigger off of her, but I also want to play Spring Dried to get the trigger off of Spring Dried first. But since Life Shaper's pump is stronger than the Spring Dried's, I'm just going to go ahead and play that and then play Spring Dried. Use the trigger for Life Shaper Savant on Spring Dried itself, if it lets me click it. For those of you joining us, I've already mentioned this a few times, you can join my Twitch channel and my Twitter channel by the same name. So Life Shaper survives against that. Is annoying. It's gonna deal 6 damage to me again, right? Probably. I'm gonna play this and then boost her. She'll trade, and if I play this and get a trigger, that'll be great. But I could also play the Toxic Spores. No, this seems better. And then I'll end turn here. Alright, so we're making a good comeback here. I have 3 level 3s on the field. He has another gluten. Because why wouldn't he? I want to kill that gluten, and I think Toxic Spores is going to be my way to do so. I'm going to go ahead and play the Ravager here. Or, boost. I think I want to just boost the Spring Dried to get more damage in. No, I'm going to boost the Ravager. She's close to dying already. And then I'm going to hit it with Toxic Spikes. And I will boost the Ravager again. Make him at least equivalent to a level 3. And then pass turn, the Grave Gluten will take 3 damage. I'll presumably take 6. 9 this time. I took a 9 this time, guys. Okay. So pretty much the field was wiped at this point. And he's at 9, so I'm just going to go ahead and battle. I need to win. That was a pretty tough one. The computer got a lot of its targeted 1-for-1 removal. Well, technically 2-for-1 removal because it has to kill itself. But it really showed the strength of the Nekrium, which is being able to just kill your guys. Your guys still either create another dude or have an effect when they die and then kill your guy. It just becomes a real pain to keep creatures on the field against them if they start going that route. And here I think the computer's going first. No, I'm going first. The best play is Spring Dryad, so next turn I get 2 triggers off the Spring Dryad. And maybe even 3 if it's a Echo Wisp. So the Spring Dryad's basically going to die. So I'm just going to go ahead and... I really don't... this is ugly. I'm just going to play the Deep Branch Prowler as much as I don't want to in front of the Death Seeker. And then play Grove Huntress. Boosting herself because the Spring Dryad's going to die right now. And then I'll enter. Ah. Yowzer. That's not good. Is there a way I can save my guys so only 2 things die? Yeah, there is if I Ferocious Roar. But I don't want to because I have both Uttera Packmaster and Echo Wisp before I level. I think I'm just going to go into combat here. Then play Echo Wisp here. And then play Uttera Packmaster. The reason I did that is I'll get 6 damage in. And then next turn presumably I can throw something at it. And it's only worth half a card because Echo Wisp put a copy of itself. I also have Toxic Spikes, which is good. But I think the route I want to take this time is Grove Huntress, boosting Packmaster. Whoops, forgot to play Spring Dryad. That tends to happen. And battle. I will end my turn. Luckily, Spring Dryad is going to get boosted by Packmaster. Or not. That happens. I'm just going to play this Spring Dryad right over here. And then play the Stag right here. Giving it enough power to take out that Sorcerer. And some damage to his face. I'll end turn. So, I believe I'll be able to kill that Grimnot Devourer once I play my 2 creatures. So, I'm going to go ahead and... or 1 creature in this case, actually. And then I'm just going to... Whoops, once again, I played that backwards. I was supposed to play Spring Dryad first, then Uttera Packmaster. And then I'll go ahead and trade with that Grimnot Devourer. Which is good, because if Grimnot Devourer gets out of hand, he will get out of hand. Alright, so I have the Hunting Pack here, which I'm going to play because Corpse Crawler's at 1 health. And like normal, you usually don't get too many of the triggers. I don't know why. Here I think I'm just going to go Ferocious Roar. Sure. Then I'm going to battle. I'm going to pass turn. Luckily the computer hasn't got a ton of removal this time around. So I am able to swiftly defeat it. And then Grove Huntress, boosting the Packmaster. Reason I boosted the Packmaster, Spring Dryad's already at 2020. I mean, that's nice that it can get bigger, but the Packmaster makes everybody else bigger. And then I pass turn, it gets its Spirit Warrior. I also didn't get level screwed. I think the computer's just dead here. Oops. Alright, and normally I do about 5 of these matchups, so, you know, you can adjust for variance and see any other patterns that the computer can do. So now you can go, if you have the beta, that's awesome. If you have a beta key and have access to it, you can play against the computer and hopefully kick its butt, like I've been doing. If you don't have a beta, tune into Kibler stream on Thursdays. Yeah, Thursdays at 2 Pacific. And usually they do give away some betas there, so beta keys there. So if you want one, you can get it there. Here I'm just gonna open up with the Packmaster. Maybe the Grove Huntress if the Packmaster wasn't there. So he killed my dude because he's mean that way. I'm just gonna ignore the Spirit Warrior because I want to get this Shardplate Delver and Spring Dryad to start to snowball. So I will just gladly take 5 to make these guys bigger. Really big because now I have an Echo Wisp. Alright, might not be big enough though. Alright, I'm gonna... how do I want to do this? How do I want to proceed? Ah, man. Because I could play the Grove Huntress here. Ignore the Spirit Warrior once again. Boost the Shardplate Delver. Then boost the Shardplate Delver again. With Ferocious Roar. And I'll be able to take out the Corpse Crawler. And the Corpse Crawler can take out myself. So I think... even though I really want to play Echo Wisp, yeah, I'm just gonna play the Echo Wisp. There's no reason not to. It could be really, really good later on. But I am still gonna play that Grove Huntress and just boost the Spring Dryad some more. I could have boosted the Shardplate Delver to deal more damage to the Corpse Crawler, but Spring Dryad being a big threat forces them to put something into that lane. Luckily, I'll be able to trade here. I'm going to put this Shardplate Delver here. And I like the Ravager leveled up, so I'm going to play that there and then battle. And then we'll end turn. Here we're getting rewarded for leveling that Echo Wisp. I'm going to play the Grove Huntress here. Boost the Shardplate Delver so it survives against the Gluten. And then play my Echo Wisps here. Ooh, that's that Epidemic, which gives -3 attack, -3 power to all creatures on the field. Yeah. I think I'll just play the Spring Dryad here. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna play the Spring Dryad here. I'm gonna play the Grove Huntress here, boosting the Spring Dryad, and then pass turn. Shardplate Delver? No. First, Spring Dryad. Then Shardplate Delver. Then battle. Gluten dealt 3 damage to me. There's no way I can make you survive, is there? No, I think she gets +2 at this level, yeah. So that's 6, 8 exactly. If I play 2 creatures, regardless, I'm gonna probably just play 2 creatures. But I'm just gonna go into combat right now to clear up the lane. And I'll play a... I don't want to play a Deep Branch, that looks... I'm just gonna actually just play the Glow Stag. And give Ferocious Roar to everybody. So everybody gets a +1 boost. There's that Shardplate Delver just growing every turn. I think I want to play the Grove Huntress here and just snowball the Delver even more. I don't think there's any other way that I can. No, I'm actually going to give Grove Huntress herself the boost. So she can survive against Corpse Crawler. And then I'm going to Ferocious Roar. Here boosting everybody, allowing me to kill that Vengeful Spirit with a Stag. For those of you who are just joining us, if you haven't already, you can join my stream, which is Twitch. I also have a Twitter by the same name, and I usually announce there when I'm gonna go live with this feed and any other fun facts or information or my thoughts. Here we're just gonna play. Oh, we have a very interesting play. I can play Soothing Radiance twice, healing that Grove Huntress, healing myself as well, and I'll be able to survive against this Vengeful Spirit. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't normally use Soothing Radiance too often, but I feel that that's a very good use of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and ship the turn here. The Delver falls. But that Grove Huntress is gonna stay alive. I'm gonna play the Spring Dryad and then the Glow Stag. And the reason I played it here and not anywhere else here is so in case I draw Echo Wisp. Ta-da! It's like I knew it was coming, guys. Ouch. But we're just gonna equalize the field. Go into battle. Nothing really dies, and I don't want to replace anything. Actually, I guess I'll just replace this stag with this one because its power is so weak, and it at least gives me life, and it also gives me another trigger on the Spring Dryad. The computer it's in a pinch right now. I think the computer's just dead here. 10, 10, 3, 27. Yep, after I play this Grove Huntress. And then the computer's dead. I think that was my 5 games. I wasn't really keeping too much track of it. But like I said, I normally do 5 games against the computer. 1 for variance and 2 to try out different things. For example, Soothing Radiance. I will be doing tomorrow Temps, Uttera versus Temps. For those of you who want to come watch, you can. I do it usually around 4 o'clock New York time. But yeah, it's been fun. Thank you for coming to watch my stream. I'm glad, and like I said, probably like 700 times already. If you haven't joined my stream, you can. And join my Twitter as well, which is by the same name, ForgeBorn at Twitter. You guys have a good day. Thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or what's left of it, at least.